As I was saying, the new president after Hoover, FDR, harnessed the power of radio, and he hosted what he called these fireside chats, and he did 30 of these between 1933 and 1944. His intention was to connect with the American people and also help promote his New Deal and share his efforts. So see this family gathered around this little radio, and this was common in a lot of families. So he was trying to promote this plan to fix the Great Depression. It was called the New Deal. So what is the New Deal? Well, the New Deal was a program developed under Roosevelt to help improve the economy and provide relief during the Great Depression. And he came up with often what were called these ABC programs. So here's the first one, the AAA, the Agricultural Adjustment Administration. This was a program to raise prices on farm products. Farmers were struggling because they weren't able to sell their food for a high enough price. The Work Progress Administration, this provided jobs for a lot of unemployed people. In fact, there are buildings around today that are still surviving from when people were working for the WPA. The IRA, the Indian Reorganization Act, this one gave more control to Native Americans on their reservations. The REA, the Rural Electrification Administration, provided electricity to farmers, and it literally took decades for electricity to reach farms and other rural communities. This was a really big deal, kind of how it took a while for internet to reach a lot of rural communities, and it's still a challenge to get internet in rural areas. The TVA, Tennessee Valley Authority, it's still around. It's the largest federally owned corporation. Controversial in that regard because the government owns a corporation, but the Tennessee Valley Authority basically put people to work by creating these dams and helping create and manage electricity. So this is still around today. Now the effect on the New Deal. Now supporters were jobless people and people who wanted quicker change. Opponents were wealthier or employed people. Why were they opponents? Because taxes were raised to pay for the program. The effects were of the New Deal, it put people to work, it helped with joblessness, but it did not end the Great Depression. Now, if you remember, the Great Depression was even worse in Germany. Germany was supposed to be repaying debt from World War I. Germany was especially broke, and the Great Depression was everywhere. Now, Great Depression in Germany in the 1930s, one of their solutions was Adolf Hitler gained power and support. There was tension from the Treaty of Versailles that was building. And even though most Americans disapproved of Hitler and what he was doing, most Americans still did not want to get involved in Europe's problems. And gradually Hitler is using some aggression to reach his goals. And then moves by Germany and Japan would eventually pull America into World War II. So regarding fixing the Great Depression, World War II was the real end to the Great Depression because it employed so many people and put so many people back to work to fight this war, which is what our next topic will be. So today's assignment is called, I'm calling it a 1-2-1. I want you to do a search on the history of any one of these topics in the slideshow. It could be something from any of these pictures, Jesse Owens, Hoovervilles, WPA, Duke Ellington, pinball, anything you want here. Research and report 2 things you learned, and then share your 1 opinion. What do you like or dislike about it if you lived back then? All right, everybody, I hope you have some fun today, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.